Shara.
Thomas.
Danielle.
I am Joanio. We are Joanio.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Hosang Jordan, and this is my cousin Anthony.
Hi.
Joanio provides so many incredible services to individuals with disabilities and special needs right here in Rockland. From infants and children to adolescents, adults and their families, Joanio's programs touch the lives of so many.
We really don't know where we would be without Joanio, because Joanio improves the lives of thousands of individuals and their families every year.
I've been here since I was 2 years old. No place like home here.
My name is Eli.
My name is Marilyn.
And I am Joanio.
Hi, I'm Mike Algranati, Chairman of the Joanio Board of Directors. What a great video that was. I'm here today with my brother-in-law, Michael Botwinick, who has been with Joanio since he was a young boy and today receives incredible care at our Bobby Lewis group home and has lots of fun in his day program. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah.
I want to thank you all so much for your support for Joanio and for joining with us today. I also want to thank Janice Huff, who's hosting her 4th fall event for us, although this one certainly looks a bit different due to the COVID pandemic. We welcome everyone here today to honor Jill Warner and to celebrate our work on behalf of children, adults, and families with special needs. This year has been a difficult one for all of us. Joanio in particular, due to the fact that we are on the front lines of special needs healthcare every day. We faced incredible challenges this spring. Much of our staff was affected, and sadly, we did suffer the loss of some of our residents to COVID. We continue to honor their memory as our flag at Joanio remains at half-mast. Additionally, our foundation fundraising efforts were suspended, making today's occasion so important for our future. We are here today supporting our capital campaign. When you give to Joanio, you have truly given a gift of opportunity, hope, and possibility to the individuals that we serve. And it is now my honor to introduce our capital campaign honorary chair. And you know her as well as the chief meteorologist for NBC4 New York, Janice Huff. Take it away, Janice.
Thank you so much, Mike and Michael. Well, hello, Joanio family and friends. I'm so excited to be with you today. And while COVID has kept us from being together, we are together. We are here to honor your former CEO, Jill Warner, and her legendary service and leadership to Joanio. We will also put the fun in fundraising for the capital campaign, listening to stories, hearing from Joanio staff and families, community leaders, and FOJS. That's Friends of Jill. Jill, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition for your service and leading this agency into the future. As we celebrate Joanio and the legacy you leave for thousands of families yet to come. I love being part of the Joanio family, and I'm here for you whenever and wherever, in person or virtually like today. So let's get started. Grab a cup of coffee, eat a little something while you are with us for our first ever Joanio Virtual Gala. It is going to be a fundraiser and a celebration and recognition of your former CEO, an extraordinary nonprofit and community business leader, Jill Warner.
Hi, I'm Maureen O'Brien, and I want to congratulate Jill Warner for an extraordinary tenure as the CEO of Joanio. Her lifelong commitment to making the lives better for individuals with disabilities runs deep. I personally admire her work ethic and in particular her very dry sense of humor that she brings to the job every day. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Jill since I became the president and CEO of NYSID. She's been on the board of directors at NYSID since 2018 and a member of the Joslin Committee from 2010 to 2012. She has offered great counsel and mentorship to me. NYSID is a better organization and I am a better leader because of her involvement. I can't wait to see what the next chapter brings for Jill, and all of us at NYSID offer her a heartfelt congratulations on a spectacular run as Joanio's leader.
Hi, Jill, and congratulations. I couldn't think of a person more deserving of this recognition. You've been a mentor to me, a true support, from one executive director to the other when I was a newbie, and especially during some challenging times for us nonprofits. And from what I see, I know that you are no doubt leaving a legacy.
Hey, Jill, it's Carmine.
Congratulations on your retirement. 28 years is a great accomplishment. You should be very proud of what you've done for Rockland County, for Juaneo and the people that you support and their families. Your leadership has been extremely strong. I appreciate the collaboration and the sharing of information and support that both Juaneo and ARC have undertaken over the last few years. And I value the relationship you and I have developed. Extremely supportive. And I wish you the best in your retirement. I got to tell you, I'm going to miss our calls in the early morning hours when we've talked about snow and who's coming to work and whether we're going to be open or closed. So do me a favor, when we have the first snowfall, give me the 4 a.m. call. I look forward to it. And again, congratulations.
You have been an unofficial mentor for me for many years. It has been your dedication, your compassion, your commitment and expansion to mission, your wisdom, your dogged determination, your strategic thinking, your willingness to share info and perspectives anytime I called, that has been invaluable to me. A personal thank you for the services that my grandson has received through your early intervention program have made a huge difference for him. And I have nothing but wonderful wishes for a fabulous retirement to share with Karen and the rest of your family.
It's a pleasure to participate in today's special event. I want to acknowledge and congratulate Jill Warner on 28 years of service, with 12 as CEO of Juaneo. That's an amazing accomplishment, and I'm very proud of you for your contribution and your efforts during these many years in Rockland County. I also want to thank you because Jill gave me my start in this sector when I joined Juaneo many years ago. On day one of employment, Jill said to me, "Fasten your seatbelt, it's going to be a bumpy ride." And boy, has that been true ever since. Jill's been an incredible guiding light to all of us in this sector, and her contributions will be felt for many, many years. Jill, congratulations on your retirement, or as we like to call it, your third act. I'm sure you'll do great things in the next many years as you participate in our sector and beyond. Take care, Jill. Congratulations.
Thank you for those warm and heartfelt expressions of respect and admiration. And guess what? That is only the beginning of the Jill and Juaneo fan club. More to come. I just want to share some really big breaking news, actually breaking record news. This event, wait for it, thanks to you, the amazing Juaneo community and supporters, with your sponsorships and donations. And as of right before this event today, you have raised more than $180,000. Yep. That's what I said, $180,000. And with Dan Salmon as the captain of this gala, he, of course, set a goal of $200,000. So we have work to do, but we will have fun doing it in support of the Juaneo Capital campaign. In a moment, I'm going to share an easy and fun way to get us to the next level. And we also have another way for you to connect with us in real time today. You can live chat and share your congratulations messages and comments on Facebook or YouTube today as well. And since I just mentioned Dan Salmon, let's meet up with Dan, his wife Ellie, and his son Scott as they share their Juaneo story with us today.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining us today. I want to give a big thank you to Janice and all of the Juaneo staff that helped in this event, and to thank all of you who are watching and joining us this afternoon in honor of Jill, who is so well deserving of this honor. And this has been one of our most successful events and the largest fundraiser in the history of Juaneo. And now we're going to have, my wife is going to speak about how we got to Juaneo.
Good. Hello, everybody. So nice to be with you all here. Thank you again for everything that you've done, Juaneo, Jill, all the staff at Juaneo. When Scott was first born, we had a feeling that something was wrong, but we weren't quite sure. And we finally ended up, after 8 months, someone finally referred us to Juaneo. And things definitely went from not so good to way better relatively quickly. We had people we could talk to, people who would help us, people who would explain to us what was going on and tell us how we could help our son move forward. Today, he's an adult. He lives on his own. He's completely independent. He has an aide who helps him. He has a full-time job that he loves, and he could never have had the life that he has now a life of his own had it not been for Juanio, for Jill, and all the staff there. We'd just like to say, as we always and forever will, thank you so very much.
And now Scotty's going to give you a little background of what he's doing and where.
Right. I would just like to say first, thank you to Jill very, very much, and thank you to Janice and everyone at Juanio. Right now, I am a social worker at the Hampton VA Medical Center in Hampton, Virginia, as a social worker, working with homeless veterans. And I also have now I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I could not have done that without many people's help, especially Jill. She said anytime that I needed advice or needed help, I could always call her, and I would not have this job without her. She has made a major contribution to my life, especially my family and the roommate that I live with. I could not do it without everyone's tremendous support. So thank you very much to everyone and Juanio.
Well, that's really about all we have to say. If you haven't contributed yet, we ask you to please do. If you already have contributed and you see some of the wonderful things that we're showing you today, it's okay. You can contribute again. So again, everyone, Janice, Jill, Juanio staff that put this together, thank you very much, and we appreciate all you've done for all of the families that utilize the services of Juanio. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you, Dan and Ellie, and to Scott, the first social worker and counselor with cerebral palsy to work at the Veterans Administration. Scott and family, you guys rock. And yes, your story is another example of Juanio Lifespan Services for individuals, and as you can see, the whole family. As I said earlier, we have a super easy way for you to keep the contributions coming in honor of Jill Warner and to support the event today. First, is your cell phone next to you? Mine usually is, and if you haven't made your gift already or would like to stretch a bit more, you can text to give. You can make a secure donation with a text, and here's what you do. Text J2020 to 44321. That's J2020 to 44321. Once you make your donation, your name and gift will appear on screen. You can also give anonymously. And speaking of anonymous, we have 3 donors who are willing to match up to $3,500 if we can raise any amount up to that level. So potentially, if all of your texts add up to $3,500, that is $7,000 more in support of Juanio children, adults, and families. How about that? And we thank the 3 donors who have given us the opportunity here today. Juanio is about hope, opportunities, and possibilities. Juanio staff and leadership provide unique, innovative, and person-centered services. There exists an environment that is safe, welcoming, and warm, or as Jill says, a culture of caring, where the focus is on the child or adult's strengths, not their deficits. Juanio has always been here to meet the needs of the people they support. And speaking of strength along the Juanio journey, here is Dara Richter, mental health recovery and employment counselor, as to how Juanio has changed her life.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Dara Richter, and I want to start by saying congratulations to Jill Warner on your successful run as the executive director of Juanio. May your retirement be joyful, relaxing, and adventurous, all in equal measure. Now, I'm personally grateful to Jill and to this agency, and here's why. I'm a mental health recovery and employment counselor for the Juanio PROS program. I first came to this program not as an employee, but as a participant. When I started at PROS, after many years of no treatment or inadequate treatment, my life was unmanageable. But this program is completely different from any mental health services that I've experienced. It's so much more than just the traditional medical model of mental health care. PROS is actually a community with a common purpose of empowering individuals to lead more independent lives. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it because I was able to start experiencing a sense of safety in a world that once felt hostile. I let go of toxic relationships and I was able to get out of my own way and start rebuilding my life by setting meaningful goals and developing the skills and the support system that I needed to achieve them. So if you're looking for a measure of this program's effectiveness, my life is evidence that this program works. And now I get to pass this gift along as a counselor. And I'm so grateful. So thank you.
Thank you, Dara. Dara is just one of the success stories coming out of the Juanio Behavioral Health Program. What's unique about Juanio is how staff integrates the physical, behavioral, and medical needs of each individual. It is also about the whole person on their road to independence. Dara is also a wonderful singer who, as part of the program, performs seasonal concerts as part of the PROS program. And speaking of music and concerts, we have a hometown talent, Neil Berg, and his wife, Rita Harvey, who wanted to share some music with us today. One of Jill's favorite musicals is Phantom of the Opera. And so we thought we would bring some of the music of the night to you, Jill. Neil, take it away.
Hey, everyone. This is Broadway star and my wife, Rita Harvey, the star of Phantom of the Opera and Fiddler on the Roof.
And this is award-winning Broadway composer and my husband, Mr. Neil Berg.
And more importantly, we are Rockland residents and friends of Juanio. We go back a long way and have just been amazed by the incredible work that Juanio has done for this county and countless people. It's amazing work. And so we just wanted to let you know that it's amazing what's been going on there. And for Jill Warner, I just got to tell you, amazing legacy with this great building that you've left, which is going to help people with special needs for years and years to come. You are amazing. And you can retire with peace and honor knowing that you've left something very, very special. So we want to say, Jill, thank you so much for all you've done for people with special needs.
Congratulations, Jill. Congratulations on your retirement and your legacy in this new building.
The Phantom of the Opera.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came, that voice which calls to me and speaks my name. And do I dream again? For now I find the Phantom of the Opera is here inside my mind.
Sing once again with me a strange duet. My power over you grows stronger yet. And though you turn from me to glance behind, the Phantom of the Opera is here inside your mind.
Those who have seen your face draw back in fear. I am the mask you wear.
It's me they hear, my spirit and your voice in one combined. The Phantom of the Opera is there inside your mind. In all your fantasies, you all Sing, my angel of music.
Is there a phantom of the opera?
Sing. Sing. Sing, my angel of music. Sing. Sing for me.
Thanks. Hope you enjoy that song, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Neil. You are a Rockland treasure, and Neil is always in the community supporting all of the nonprofits. And we appreciate you, Neil, for recognizing Jill and helping us raise funds for Juanio today. I wanted to take a moment to also recognize our tribute to Jill's sponsors, the highest level of our event today. Rose and Milt Gittleman, your donation today and your philanthropy in support of the Capital Campaign reflect the gratitude and admiration you have for Jill and the staff where your son lives and participates in Juanio Day services. Your message, which is in our digital journal, where all of you who have donated can view on the Juanio website following this live stream. Milt and Rose have honored Jill with these words. We have received the benefit of your wisdom and compassion. We owe you a deep debt of gratitude for changing our lives and the life of our son. Thank you, Milt and Rose Gittleman. Juanio has changed so many lives for 73 years, including Michelle and Frank Zangi.
Hi, my name is Michelle Zangi. My husband Frank and I would like to congratulate Jill Warner for the many years of dedicated commitment to Juanio. She has been the driving force, leading Juanio to the wonderful place many of our loved ones call home. In 1994, Jill was instrumental in getting our son Joseph into the Juanio community. During this time, our son has received the best of care imaginable and has surpassed our every expectation. For this, we shall be forever grateful. For families like ours, we don't know where we would be without Juanio and the staff that's been through so much during this COVID crisis. All of our community needs us now more than ever, and so do families like ours who will come to Juanio for help. Please give what you can. My son would not have had the opportunities and the care that he has had without Juanio being there for him every step of the way. Please text J2020 to 44321 hashtag on your phone during this event, and please give what you can. Every dollar counts, and every dollar supports the miracles that Juanio performs every day. Once again, Jill, thank you. You have given us so much. Please, families, give what you can for the families like ours that are yet to come.
Thank you, Michelle. That was absolutely beautiful. And another well-deserved recognition of Jill and the Juanio staff. What another wonderful example of the impact Juanio makes on the lives of our families and their loved ones each and every day. As we hear these stories, there are thousands of families who share the same gratitude and love for the Juanio care and the Juanio staff. As Michelle said, the staff has been through a lot, especially due to the COVID crisis that is still with us. And yet, Juanio, again, through Jill's calm and steady leadership during the early months of COVID, knew that Juanio staff was in harm's way. As they were and are truly the frontline heroes in this crisis, our residents and individuals needed additional support, and so did our families in the community. Here's one example of Juanio engagement and partnership in the community to help as many of our most vulnerable in need. Here is Executive Director Diane Saratori of People to People and the partnership in support of our Juanio children and families.
It all started with a phone call,
Jill Warner called me to tell me that she thought Juanio needed to open a food pantry because so many of her consumers were having difficulty putting food on their tables. And I said, how about this, Jill? Why doesn't People to People be the Juanio's food pantry, and Juanio can focus on doing the great work that it does? And the rest is history. So flash forward to April and May 2020, when the coronavirus hit Rockland County and hit us hard. Places were closing, but people still needed help. And Jill reached out to People to see if we could work together to get some food here for Juanio consumers. So we did. We reached out to the regional food bank. We had a tractor trailer full of food brought down. Jill mobilized her team. They put together packages and were able to distribute food to her consumers who needed help now more than ever. That's how great partnerships are built. And I'm incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to partner with Jill on so many things. Jill has an amazing record of achievement and accomplishment. She leaves a tremendous legacy with the new building. It's an honor to know her, and I'm grateful to call her my friend.
Thank you, Diane. People to People and Juanio, a great example of compassion and collaboration. So who's texting out there? Oh, I see you. Thanks once again to all of you out there watching, listening, and supporting this virtual fundraiser today. And now let's talk about the backbone of Juanio. The Juanio staff, wow, you have been through a lot. And as Jill says, you're the heart and soul of Juanio. There are more than 950 staff who support each child and each adult at any point or throughout their lives. Juanio makes a promise that they will be there every step of the way. And nowhere is that more apparent when a family gives Juanio their trust. A promise is made that we will take care of your loved one for as long as they are with us. Kathy Green, one of our major event sponsors today, thank you, Kathy, is one such parent who has placed her trust in Juanio, and she allowed us to share her special message today. There really is no way for me to express how important Juanio is to me. After 32 years, it was the most difficult decision to let Jeffrey go without me. I have adjusted as Jeffrey has settled into Cummings House these last 5 years. I visited him just yesterday and once again found him so well taken care of, I don't think I could do better myself. Jill began her career at Juanio as the Director of Residential Services. She has always said that the Juanio Group Homes, as part of the Community Living Services Division, will always have a special place in her heart. Geraldine Jackson, House Manager of the Marassa Group Home, also has a special place in her heart, having served with Jill for 23 years.
Hi, Jill. I just wanted to say thank you for all that you have taught me. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being my rock and letting me know that when times are tough, that you were always somebody I could talk to. And you always made me feel that everything was going to be okay. So I wish you all the best on your retirement, and I will miss you. We will all miss you here at Juanio. So thank you for showing us the way. Love you, Jill.
Thank you, Geraldine. That was so great. And yes, Jill, extremely true as to who you are and what you have meant to the staff during your almost 30 years of service. Let's talk Juanio staff, who's been through a lot during COVID. Whether delivering services in the homes or via telehealth and virtual classes, the passion and drive for our mission is palpable each and every day throughout the entire Juanio workforce. During the height of COVID, Juanio residential staff and day hab staff, plus our maintenance and cleaning staff, were working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to keep everyone safe. When Juanio Homes became COVID-free in June, and now Juanio staff and leadership found a great way to say thank you. Take a look.
We love our direct care and cleaners and nurses and everybody.
Taking this event is very, very important. The amount of work and dedication, the nurses, the direct service personnel, the cleaning crew, everybody. They are literally putting their lives on the line every single day.
say Juanio, you say. I say Juanio, you say. I say Juanio, you say.
This is just an inkling of what we can do for these people. There is not enough words or enough love that I can impart to them.
Thank you so very much for helping us and for really reaching into your heart and helping the healthcare workers. We really appreciate it. It makes us feel really good because they're working really hard. And to know that people care, that's what really matters in this world, right? Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was so much fun to see. Great job to the Road Warriors of Gratitude. What a beautiful way to say thank you. I love the t-shirts, by the way. Hashtag Juanio Strong. I'll ask Randy where I can get mine. Right now, let's hear a bit more from our Juanio family and friends, including Sandy Sewell, one of the first 7 children to walk, as Sandy says, on our 16 acres of hallowed ground. And you will also get to hear Juanio's newest and only 5th CEO in the agency history, Randy Rios Castro, board member, and dad, Bill Van Slyke, along with advocates like Senator David Carlucci. And don't forget, keep texting and keep supporting our cause today.
Juanio touches the lives of many people, from the very young to the very old.
My son Alex resides at the Juanio residence. He had birth trauma, so he had to be revived when he was first born. He's not able to walk or talk. My wife and I didn't know that world at all. So we were referred to Juanio by a doctor. They opened us, they took us in with open arms, told us everything's gonna be okay because we were just so distraught. And they just made us feel at home.
As a state senator, I hear the stories from within inside Rockland County and around the state of New York about the problems. And what Juanio's really done is said, okay, these are the problems, but what are the solutions? And they have gone and instituted new programs that have been really a model for the rest of the nation to follow.
Juanio started with a family, one single family. They had an infant that was showing physical difficulties and had been diagnosed with cerebral palsy. They were told at that time to take that child and to put them in an institution, and they didn't believe that. So they put this ad in the newspaper, and 6 families responded. And it was those 6 families that got together week after week, and that's how Juanio began.
My parents saw an article in one of the local papers asking parents who had children with disabilities to contact.
This is a story of advocacy, of parents saying, enough is enough. We have to do something. The government's not going to do it. I can't wait for someone else. Let's get together.
Back in the 50s and the 60s, children with special needs didn't have the right to go to school. They didn't have the right to be educated. So the families said, no, our individuals can learn. And they believed that their child could be more but needed help. And that was really the beginning of the disability movement.
In the beginning, Juanio was just, a camp, a very small, small little buildings on the campus there.
And we did camp things, but we also had therapy. And we were able to make friends, and we had a swimming pool that we went to, rain or shine.
It used to be called Camp Juanio. From that blossomed what slowly but surely became an amazing organization.
Rockland was really growing, but it also started appearing as one of the pioneers in providing services to people with special needs. And Juanio was part of that movement. And people actually started moving to Rockland to be serviced by Juanio and to be part of that early movement. Our first residence was built on our campus and opened in 1978. In the 80s, now their children were getting to a point where they were graduating from school, and then what were they going to do with their lives? We did evaluations of what each individual was capable of when they came to us after graduating from high school. And we went out and found jobs that matched those abilities. Everybody began to have the dignity of a paycheck.
It grew from a small kitchen table with 10 parents not knowing what to do with their children to an organization where their children are becoming full adults, fully integrated into as much of normal, whatever that is, society, and living their own lives.
Juanio's an Indian name and it means independence. And that's what our job is to provide enough skills for these special needs people who come to us so that they have a little taste or a huge taste of independence.
There was one set of individuals that I met in 1993 in one of our group homes on campus. And I asked them what I could do for them. And they said, what you can do for us is let us live in the community. And I took that to heart. And over the next 10 years, we built or totally renovated houses for 13 group homes. And we built a garden apartment complex for people who were able to live in the community but needed a little bit of support, and allowed people to leave the campus and now to enter the community.
Now it's this multi-service agency with homes throughout Rockland County, services in Westchester, Orange, and Rockland. But now it has a preschool, early intervention, it does mental health services. It's just ever evolving, and it's really just trying to meet the needs of the community.
We have home-based, so therapists go into the home. We have center-based services where the parents could bring them, but we also have the developmental groups.
It really speaks to the character and the quality of people that work at Juanio, that you have people that have dedicated not just their careers, but their lives to serving our most vulnerable populations.
Juanio's future is ever evolving, especially now with the new 70,000 square foot office building. It really just raises the bar and really brings state-of-the-art environment to deliver these services.
We had grown beyond those initial trailers we had put up, and it was a need now to really develop the campus to be able to reflect the quality of care that's provided every single day at Juanio and all of its many, many services.
Taking care of our most vulnerable populations is more important than ever before in the climate that we're living in. And to know that Juanio is really leading that charge, and I'm really proud to be a leader in the Senate and pushing these issues, but really more so to be a resident of Rockland County and know that this good work is coming right here from Rockland.
Unfortunately, in society, people with disabilities, especially people that can't verbalize their needs and wants, need advocates like me and people from Juanio. You always remember the good times you had and the way that they made you feel inclusive and part of the society as a whole.
We're not warehousing our people with disabilities. We're not letting them languish in bed and just be fed any kind of meal. They're out in the community choosing what they want to wear, what they want to eat, where they want to go. We're helping them achieve their goals so they can maximize their own potential.
Their ability to reach people where they are and to help to develop the skills that they need is really unsurpassed by any other agency in the area. And it really helps people, recognize their potential and, live life to its fullest like everybody else.
A lot of the families who have gone through my program are now on the board of directors. That's the commitment that they've been able to give back. Now they're helping us. We help them, they help us. It's great.
We are fulfilling the dream of our founders to make sure that every person is able to live up to their full potential. What I see Juanio doing for the community in the future, making it a more inclusive place, having people understand people with special needs and disabilities, and leading the way in the state that everybody can thrive in a community, regardless of ability. That's my dream. And I know that we can do that.
Thank you to everyone for that wonderful view into just a glimpse of the Juanio magic. This award-winning nonprofit never ceases to amaze me throughout the almost 4 years we've been together. And that I truly love. In 1950, Juanio began their first capital campaign. They set a goal of $50,000 to build the first clinic and school on the current property. And today, the current Juanio Capital Campaign has a goal of $10 million. Yes, a lofty and challenging goal set up by Jill. And up until COVID hit in March, and Juanio fundraising came to a halt to focus on taking care of our children and adults first. Since 2016, the Juanio Capital Campaign volunteers and donors have reached the $7 million mark through New York State grants, corporate contributions, private foundations, and individual philanthropy. By raising near the $200,000 goal or surpassing it, we are closer than ever to make that announcement that we hit our goal at the grand opening and ribbon cutting at the new building, the new Juanio, in 2021. That will be a truly wonderful day of celebration, and you can count on me to be with you. Let's take a look at, once finished, what Jill's vision will look like. Isn't that beautiful? What a magnificent vision. That is now a reality. Staff moved in October, and once safe, more programs will be ready to launch in the new building. The centerpiece of the building is our new Juanio Training Center, supporting both Rockland and Westchester individuals. Shout out to our Juanio Yonkers staff, individuals, and their families today, too. Over the next few years, Juanio will be partnering with other organizations throughout New York State. Adults and families will, of course, be supported in Rockland and Westchester, but will also serve Orange, Putnam, and Dutchess counties. So is Juanio a leader in the Hudson Valley region? Oh, yes, they are.
It's my great pleasure to congratulate Jill Warner on her many years of dedicated service to all the people at Juanio. I first met Jill when I was working for the Catholic Guardian Society in the late 1990s, and we were exploring the possibility of opening up several group homes in Rockland County. Eventually, I moved on to Abbott House, and I got to know Jill much better in that role as the Director of Services. Jill really has been a dynamo within the community, not just the Rockland County community, but frankly, the community serving people with disabilities throughout New York State, and I'd even say the country. Jill's left her mark on Juanio, she's left her mark on Clarkstown, and she's left her mark on Rockland County. The completion of your new headquarters at Juanio is really the final stamp that Jill has put on the agency. But the other stamps that she's put on the agency are the excellence of services, the excellence of clinical services, and the expansion of services that she's brought. And frankly, the lives that she's improved, the tens of thousands of lives that she's improved throughout her career. So it's my great privilege, knowing Jill for over 20 years and now as a supervisor these last 5 years, to congratulate her on her dedicated service. Congratulations, Jill. You've really made a difference.
I'm Rockland County Executive Ed Day, and I want to take a moment to talk about how important Juanio is to our community. Since 1947, they have been a valuable resource for thousands of families of adults and children with disabilities, and they continue to help people with special needs reach their ultimate goals. My thanks to Janice Huff for her role as Capital Campaign Chair for the past 4 years. Janice, I know how much Juanio was meant to you. And I also must acknowledge Jill Warner. We have worked closely together for so many years, and your contributions will not soon be forgotten. I want to wish you best of luck in your retirement, Jill. Tonight is a great opportunity for Rockland to pitch in and help this truly special organization. Juanio has been there for so many people for the past 73 years, and now we should be there both for them and for the thousands of families that they will serve for the next 73 years and beyond. Thank you all for your generosity.
Hi, I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive, and I want to join my voice with all of the rest that are recognizing Juanio with this particular virtual gala. It is hard to do it in the age of COVID, so we'll have a lunch through the virtual world and celebrate all of those who've been so critical in the Building for Tomorrow campaign, a very essential capital effort, and we know that it's going to be one that is successful and is going to help advance the mission of the organization. To have the great Janice Huff, who we follow all the time, and we follow her weather reports very closely, we're happy to have her here with us as part of this event.
Hello, I am Congresswoman Nita Lowey. I want to extend my congratulations to Jill Warner on her retirement after 28 years at Juanio and 12 years as CEO. I only wish we could all celebrate together in person. I have been fortunate to have had the opportunity to work with Jill over the years on issues close to both our hearts. And I am so proud of the work Juanio does on behalf of children and adults with special needs in the Lower Hudson Valley.
Hi, I'm Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, and I'm so pleased to send greetings to everyone attending the Juanio Virtual Gala and to congratulate your former CEO, Jill Warner, on her retirement after 28 years of service. Jill's leadership and expertise has made a difference for thousands of children, adults, and families with special needs, and has put Juanio on the map as one of the preeminent organizations serving the disability community in the Hudson Valley. This current healthcare crisis has hit the disability community especially hard, and it's reaffirmed the importance of ensuring that people who are at heightened risk, including people with disabilities and underlying health conditions, get the help and access to resources to stay safe and healthy. That's why I fought for the Paycheck Protection Program and was glad my office could guide and support you during this time. Thanks to Jill's leadership, Juanio's finances are now stabilized, and the facility has been COVID-free since June. I am also fighting hard to get the Coronavirus Relief for Seniors and People with Disabilities Act included in the next relief package to address the health and economic needs of these vulnerable populations, their families, caregivers, and frontline workers. I will also be a voice and advocate for the great work of Juanio and for the clients you serve. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful event and success for many more years to come.
Hey everybody, this is Chuck Schumer, and thank you for the invitation to join you today. I want to say hello to tonight's shining star. Jill, congratulations on your many years of leadership at Juanio, and thank you for all you've done to serve the people of the Hudson Valley. Thank you especially for your steady leadership during this awful, awful pandemic. I know this year has been hard for the Juanio family. And as Jill said earlier today, this pandemic has just shown how interconnected we all truly are. I promise I'll keep that fight going, and I'll be fighting for Juanio every day in Washington. Earlier this year, I was proud to help secure over $800,000 to help cover the costs Juanio incurred in fighting COVID. Now we need to do more, and you have my word, I will never stop fighting for you.
Thank you to all of our government partners and advocates. And hearing from these leaders tells you that Juanio is on the local, state, and national radar. Although I can't see you texting, I can feel it, whether it's $1 or more. This event is on course to hit the $200,000 goal. And don't forget, we still have time to raise the $3,500 for those 3 amazing donors who will match your efforts. As you know, events like this cannot happen without the support of a generous community. Here's a shout out to the donors at the Pearl level of $1,000 and above. So here we go. Milt and Rose Gittleman, $50,000, tribute to Jill's sponsors. At the $10,000 diamond level, in Sarah Shopright and Kathleen Green. At the $5,000 gold level, BDO USA, Focused Wealth, Tim Johnson, Montefiore Nyack Hospital, Good Samaritan Hospital, and Helene and Paul Stupak. At the $2,500 silver level, Peggy Borgsteed, CLG Insurance, Teresa and Anthony Rapola, the Rotary Club of New City. Thank you, Amy Stern, for leading this effort. Lisa and Michael Schatz, the Bernard and Ann Spitzer Foundation, Unitex, Susan Wilmink, and Thomas Schneck. And at the $1,000 Pearl level, the Algranati family, Madeline Berger and Paul Breitstein, Capelli family, Creative Financial Planning, Dominic Diadamo, the Chico Family Markets, Diane and Joseph DeChico, Dr. Edward Fisher, Marcia and Gary Foreman, Karen Janua, Hanneman Funeral Home, the Joanio Inc. and Foundation Boards, Mercedes-Benz of Nanuet, Montalbano, Condon and Frank, Munn and Associates, Ameriprise Financial, New York State Industries for the Disabled, Omega Industries, Paramount Country Club, Doctors Patricia Polio and Kirk Roberts, Barbara Plant, Michelle and Michael Salmon, Dan and Ellie Salmon, Stahlmeyer Foods, Stratosphere Multimedia, Anne-Marie and Bob Ewell, William and Teresa Van Slyke, Tracy and Doug Ward, and Wide World BMW. Wow, that was more fun than singing the 12 Days of Christmas. Thank you to all of you and the more than 400 donors for your participation and generosity. You can find all donor recognition information, videos, testimonials, and messages on the Joanio Gala webpage, as well as in the digital journal and the recordings of today's live stream. So this event will live on, just like Joanio. Did I mention you can still continue to text to give until the end of the live stream? Remember, J2020 to 44321. Thank you. And Jill, I know right about now you're saying enough about me. It's all about Joanio, but there are a few more folks who want to make sure you know how they feel.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jill.
Good afternoon. My name is Madeline Berger. I'm a proud member of the Joanio Board of Directors for over 20 years and have had the privilege of serving as chairwoman of the board for 5 years. Throughout these years, I've gotten to know Jill and had the opportunity to work very closely with her. Jill, you are an amazing and brilliant leader. You have always thought proactively, out of the box, and helped to ensure Joanio's financial viability and growth. And the new building is certainly a testament to that. But there's another side to you. You are an incredibly compassionate and caring person. I've seen you with consumers, staff, board members, just anybody you know, and it's really a beautiful thing. You have a stellar reputation, not only in the community, but nationwide, and you are extremely humble. So there is nobody more deserving of this award than you. Congratulations, and I only wish you the best. It's been an honor and a privilege to work with you and to know you.
Jill. Thank you. Thank you, Jill.
I've known Jill and I've known her work at Joanio as both an employee and as the CEO and chief executive. When I became chairman of the board of directors, I had a great opportunity to work with somebody who was very much involved in the vision of Joanio. Organized, friendly, had many friends at Joanio while fulfilling a very, very difficult task. Jill had a vision for Joanio that we've shared. The family of Joanio is one that works together and that works for the benefit of their clients and the community. The vision that Jill shared has come to fruition in many, many ways. No better and no more concrete example of this is in the new building that she helped to coordinate and put together. Jill, we wish you the best of luck and the best of fun in your retirement. We know that we're going to see you around and you're not leaving forever. You're a part of our family and you will always be. And I'm sure that that's something that will stay in your heart for a long time. Again, Jill, on behalf of the board and myself, I thank you so much for what you have contributed and hope that this legacy that you have left will be followed for years to come. Thanks again.
Thank you, Jill.
Hi, Jill. Congratulations. I just wanted to add that I feel so lucky that I've been here to watch you for the last 28 years use your unique skills to guide this agency. You've done it with a sincere love for the individuals that we serve, and I so admire and want to just mention how it's appreciated, how you've done it with respect and appreciation for the staff and volunteers that work with you in this agency. You have been so generous in your support for all the contributions that everybody makes. You're a unique, caring, special individual, and we'll always honor you, not just in one day.
Thank you. And let's wave. Wave. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Eddie Fisher, and I have had a wonderful 30-year relationship with Joanio, be it with the craniofacial team, be it with lecturing the young children in their kindergarten and nursery classes, or be it on multiple committees. Always been a pleasure. But this is not about me. This is about Joanio. This is about Jill. This is about the wonderful things that Jill has done and all of the staff for Joanio has done for the patients, for the clients in our community. We are blessed to have had Joanio in this community. We are blessed to have had Jill as our leader. We are blessed to have all the people that work for Joanio to work with our clients.
Those are wonderful words by those who know and respect Jill over so many years. Thank you all. And now, if we were in person together, I would say, drum roll, please. We're now ready for the presentation of the Joanio Friends Award to Jill Warner. When Jill agreed to accept this year's honor, she said, I will ask Sandy Sewell to present me with the award. And of course, Sandy said yes to Jill. Sandy, the virtual podium is all yours.
Jill, it is my honor to present you with this year's Joanio Friends Award. You are a deserving person for this award because you have always given your heart and soul to the people you serve. And you have always tried to keep the thought that you are working with hallowed ground and representing the parents who founded our organization that is known as Joanio. I thank you for all those years and I wish you well.
Sandy, you're a very special person, as you know. Over your lifetime, you have benefited from many of Joanio's core services. I know your parents are looking proudly down upon you and about Joanio's over 70 years of serving the community. It's been my great privilege to be the CEO of Joanio and to be a part of the Joanio family. The people I've met and the experiences I've had, they've helped me grow, both professionally and personally. They've made me a better person. Over the last 28 years, I have witnessed many people start a job at Joanio and gradually experience their work becoming a vocation. They have not only increased their skills, but their love and dedication for the mission of Joanio increases. Some say of Joanio that the people here are doing God's work. Well, perhaps so. If so, it is the spirit of pure goodness working through the people to whom we provide services to that help us understand what is really important in this life. To each of the many people who have made this event possible, I express my deepest gratitude. Also to the financial contributors who are making our vision and that of my predecessor, Paul Tendler, possible. That vision began in the early 90s to create a lasting home and a campus that not only speaks to the quality of the work that the people do within Juaneo, but to the dignity of the people that we serve. I think we've done that. I really do. And I want to thank everybody who's helped us along the way and who will continue to help us. And I'll now turn this event over to the one and only Janice Huff to wrap it up. So thank you very much.
Sandy, you're always amazing and the forever Juaneo ambassador. Jill, as always, your honesty, humility, and gratitude are front and center. Congratulations again. Before we wrap up today, I want to personally thank LCM 247 Productions for being so flexible due to COVID and producing this live stream. I want to acknowledge the Gala Committee, to Dan and Gail, and all of the amazing volunteers, to the Foundation Office, Molly, Nancy, and to your Capital Campaign Captain, and to my friend Diana Hess. Thank you for bringing Juaneo into my life. And thanks to you, and yes, you, to new CEO Randy Rios Castro and both the Juaneo Board of Directors and Foundation Board. You have so much to be proud of. To the Juaneo staff, please know that, as Jill always said, you are the heart and soul of Juaneo now and forever. Before we say our final goodbyes, we have one more superstar to share with you from the Juaneo family, my wonderful friend, Timothy Yang. I met Timothy at the very first in-person brunch that I hosted in 2017. Timothy and his family are another phenomenal Juaneo story. More than 20 years ago, when Jill was head of residential services, she hired both Timothy's grandfather and grandmother as direct support staff at Juaneo. Timothy's parents brought him to Juaneo at a very young age because he was not speaking. Well, now Timothy is speaking and has acted in commercials and was a featured child in The King and I on Broadway. 2 years ago, suddenly and tragically, Timothy's father, Bruce, passed away at the age of 50 when he was out for a run. We asked Timothy and his mom, Dee, who said yes, please share this message with everyone because that is what Bruce would want. Following the video, Timothy will send us out with another favorite of Jill's from Les Miserables. Here are Bruce and Timothy Yang.
Hi, my name is Bruce Yang. This is my oldest son, Timothy.
Hi.
When Timothy was born, he was a normal child. But then, for many years, we started realizing that he wasn't speaking like the other kids around the same age. So we were extremely concerned because we felt that he may be falling behind, and if he goes to school, he won't be able to communicate with the teacher or the students. So we were desperately asking for help. Finally, somebody recommended Juaneo, and it just rang a bell. Juaneo. I didn't know they had a preschool.
I was a little nervous when I first came in, but then I sort of got to fit in with the rest.
We saw a drastic change in his speech improvement. And from not talking even one word, he would come home from Juaneo and he would just talk nonstop.
Juaneo Preschool helped me with my speech, and it helped me a little with my creativity.
Because of Juaneo's program, it would take him beyond just speaking at a regular level.
I love Juaneo because it helped kids like me, and it also gave us a lot of freedom.
Juaneo has been helping families like ours for the past 70 years. Juaneo cannot grow without your help. Join us today to help Juaneo for their Building for Tomorrow campaign.
Help Juaneo to build a brighter future for kids like me.
Hi, my name is Timothy Yang, and I am so excited to be with you today. We filmed this video a couple of years ago. My dad and I had a lot of fun filming it. I am so excited that everybody was able to see my dad because he always wanted to help Joanio. Our family is so grateful for Joanio because it was where I first spoke and laughed and sang. Jill, I want to sing this song for you because you have led Joanio, its staff, and community to help support and fight for people with special needs. The song is called Do You Hear the People Sing from Les Miserables. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is a music of people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. Will you join in our crusade? You will be strong and stand with me. Beyond the barricade, is there a world you'd love to see? Then join in the fight that will give you the right to be free. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is a music of people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. You can give all you can give so that a planet may advance. Some will fall and some will live. Will you stand up and take your chance? The blood of the martyrs will watch the meadows of France. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is a music of people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations, Joe. And from my family to Joanio's family, happy holidays and stay safe. Bye.
What a wonderful talent and gift. And most especially, what an incredible young man. Thank you, Timothy. And I look forward to seeing you and your mom, your brother and sister very soon. Timothy's success is only possible with your support. So don't forget to visit Joanio.org and make your plans for a tour of the new campus to give Joanio more opportunities to help more people live, work, play, and most especially to be valued, to be included, to truly be equal and given the dignity and respect all of us deserve. Well, it's been a virtual victory party for Team Jill and Team Joanio. Thank you, everyone, for giving me another opportunity to be with you as part of the Joanio family. Congratulations to you, Jill, and everyone who loves and supports this phenomenal organization. And as the Joanio children sing every summer, we are friends forever. And to sing us out from Nashville, Tennessee, here are Michael Wadsworth and Chloe Lamar with You've Got a Friend. Have a great day, everyone, and a wonderful and safe holiday season.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing, oh nothing is going right, just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there brighten up even your darkest night. You just called out my name, and you'll know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend.
When the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door.
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them, but don't you let them.
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend.
You got a friend.
Ain't it good to know that you got a friend? Ain't it good to know that you got a friend?
You got a friend.
Ain't it good to know that you got a friend?
You got a friend.
Ain't it good to know that you got a friend?
Unbelievable, folks. Thank you so, so much. You know, I just, it's so much about me you put in. And really, let me tell you something. Right now, I feel like there's 950 employees holding hands right now with me. All right, they share this. This is the people, those are the people that make it work. See, I'm just the orchestra leader, folks. That's what I used to do. But they play the music. They make it work. They make miracles come true. So if you need us, we're there. And if we can't help you, you know what? We'll find somebody who will. Because what this world is all about is people helping people. That's what makes the magic work. So thank you all, and enjoy, and please keep safe.